Ninjago has around 17 seasons, depending on what you count as a season, but there have been many shorts made to tie in with the show. I've only seen a few of these, so I thought I would throw each one onto a tier list. First, we're going to start with the pilot episode shorts.
Hey, Nia! Maybe after this you want to go for a Oh, Jay.
Jay is taking Nia to get some things from her parents' blacksmith, but she is jumped by some skeletons. Nia fights them all off without Jay even realizing. This did show early on that Nia was already a capable fighter, so it isn't that strange that she can fight when the show starts. This line from Nia also intrigued me.
May I remind you that this is private property and that trespassing is against Ninjago law, paragraph 13, section 2?
That was probably an earlier idea for how Nia would have acted, being a law-abiding, actually kid. But I'm glad they didn't do that. Pretty good first one, but it's just Nia fighting skeletons, so C tier.
I'm clearly the best. I mean, look at me.
The ninja have a race on their dragons to see who's the best. I like seeing more of their dragons because we didn't really get to see them much before they all combined and went off. They showed up in the pilots, were in season 1 and 2, and then left. This was really entertaining to me, but look how silly the dragons look when they fly. B tier. I didn't like this one too much. Cruncher and Knuckles steal the golden weapons to get back at the ninja for their embarrassing defeat. They lose control of the weapons, and then they make them do spin jitsu? I know this was made super early on in Ninjago's life, but, that's not how that works. Besides that, it wasn't very entertaining to me. Maybe because I find these too annoying. I like the idea of it, but not done very good. E tier. Wu explains to Zane what his robe does by telling him the story of how Garmadon ended up how he is now. This is a really sick short. We get to see young Wu and Garmadon fight each other using the golden weapons. It's obviously a quick fight, but it's still a solid idea. I do find it weird that putting them all together does this, but I can look past it. As Garmadon is about to finish Wu off, his robe activates a protection spell, or something, and strikes Garmadon with a bolt of lightning, turning him all black. Not sure how this works, but it's nice to see his transformation get explained. They didn't have to go so hard with the lore, but they did, and I love it. S tier. This short continues on from Battle Between Brothers and shows us what happens after Garmadon fell in that big hole. Cole asks Wu how Garmadon got control of the skeletons, but, would Cole really care? Anyway, it was fun watching Garmadon wipe the floor with Samukai, while showing off his spin jitsu, which looks really cool. But he doesn't actually spin around, he's just standing there. This does tie into the plot of the pilot episode, which is nice to have. I didn't think that early Ninjago would care so much about the lore. A tier.
What's going on?
Kai's dragon takes him and Nia back to the fire temple, where he shows them an entrance to the underworld. Kai fights off the skeletons, kind of, and they block the entrance. There is literally nothing else to say. I guess I didn't hate it, or love it. C tier. I'm quite surprised Prime Empire got a few shorts. Nia wants to do dance lessons with Jay. I think it's funny that Jay is actually a really good dancer, and it doesn't seem out of left field because he learned from playing video games from the arcade. The two play the game, and this even returns in Seabound, which makes a lot of sense now. They even get a call from Lloyd about the mechanic breaking into a warehouse, which connects to the start of Prime Empire. The best thing about this short is that later in Prime Empire, Nia and Jay have to win a dancing competition, and I remember this feeling so out of nowhere. Well, now it makes sense. Having it tied to this season makes it a lot more enjoyable. A tier.
In the meantime, maybe we could team up on another little project.
This one continues off the last one. This short shows off the mechanic's connection with Unagami, and we get a little bit more of a character moment, as the mechanic is sick of having this flamethrower arm, and wants to feel stuff again. Unagami helps him build an arm to do so. We also get a look at his Chen noodle truck with all these gadgets, and an instant noodle maker, which comes back in Crystallize. I never realized how many little things were set up in this era. C tier.
I'm hypersonic, and I'm pumped! I feel the need for velocity!
We actually get some Prime Empire gameplay, I guess. Again, setting up Racer 7 before we meet her in the season. This short is set up as an interview with some of the racers, but it's not really that funny or interesting. Seeing Racer 7 is cool, and the J cameo at the end is also neat, but other than that, it's kind of lame. D tier.
You heard us. Move away from the...
this is more like it. Getting a story of Jay as soon as he enters Prime Empire is what I wanted to see. I like how you don't need to watch these shorts to understand the season, but if you do watch them, they add to it. We also get the pleasure of watching Scott and Jay meet. Their car chase is fun as well. B tier.
I am Red 29.
What? He is Red 29.
Red 27.
Bam! More Jay and Scott. Instead of a car chase, we have action.
That was Jay!
I love how everyone knows who the ninja are because they are all just people from Ninjago City. These shorts have the same production quality as the show, which I appreciate. That's really it. B tier.
Greatest game ever. Even my mom likes it. She's been playing it non-stop. I haven't seen her in a while, but I'm sure she's around here somewhere.
I was really hoping we would see more of Jay in Prime Empire, but here we have Gal Gossip. She's reporting on the new surge of Prime Empire machines. Nothing really happens whatsoever. There is a Zane and Nelson cameo, but other than that, E tier.
I need parts.
Oh boy, shorts based on Season 7? Yippee! I shit you not. It's just Cyrus Borg trying to build the time machine. If I have to think of a positive, it's only a minute long. F tier. This one was a little better. It has one of the Vermilion going about his business until he needs to steal some metal. So he goes for Zane's statue. That statue was in Zane's honor when he sacrificed himself. But then he came back, so shouldn't they have taken it down? I don't know, but the Vermilion chases some kids. E tier. The Vermilion are bested by Junk. Not really much to say here because it's only a minute long, but because I'm biased, F tier.
Now let's do this!
The Vermilion dance, F tier. This one is at least a tiny bit more interesting. It's a little montage of Samurai X gearing up. Seems a little bit unnecessary, but I guess you could say that for all these shorts. D tier.
And I had no idea Kai could shred so hard.
This isn't a short, per se, but it doesn't play a part in the overall Ninjago plot, so it goes here. Wu has opened his second tea shop, and this is pretty much the ninja just getting up to shenanigans. Wu says a lot of funny lines in these.
Kai, stop! Your moves are too hard!
And it also has... Hello, Dareth. I bet you thought you could escape him. This was alright. It doesn't add to anything, and the animation can be a bit wonky. This also goes for a long while. Like, I'm talking 22 minutes. The ninja are never in their suits either, just their casual clothes. C tier.
Yo, this is sick, bro!
These are really cool. I'm grouping these all together because they are all pretty much the same thing. First of all, look at how good this looks. Can you imagine if this is what we got all the time? These are obviously meant to promote LEGO's new series Dreams, but seeing the two shows kind of connecting is really cool. We get a lot of Dreams being shown, and there's even a Logan cameo. Wait, look how goofy Wu looks. His beard is way too thin. This is really smart of them to do. B tier.
Keep your heads down and don't mess with Ninjago!
Jumping into Tales from the Monastery of Spinjitzu, we have Green and Gold. Lloyd is seemingly dreaming about riding Ultra Dragon again, who we haven't actually seen since Season 2. Lloyd also has his golden powers in this short, which is cool, but I'm not really sure if this actually happened. It's obviously presented as a dream, but it would make sense. Lloyd having golden power and mentioning the snakes and the stone army tells me that this takes place between Seasons 2 and 3. But he has his Season 10 outfit, so it makes it more ambiguous. Ultra Dragon goes home to the First Realm, which explains why he isn't in Season 3. The actual short itself is decent. I'd like to think this is canon. B tier.
I love having this baby again!
Cole loves his drill car, and he needs to help the warden at Cryptarium. The big stone warrior escaped, so Cole fights him off with his drill car. It's okay. C tier.
No fear, folks! The fire brigade is...
Kai and Zane think about the good times when they had their golden weapon vehicles. The Venomari attacking again? They were in green and gold as well. The two fight him off, and I really enjoy this one. It felt a lot like Season 1 of Ninjago. A tier.
A Mr. Chin's delivery of noodle goodness! That builds up an appetite!
Jay really misses his jet. And the Venomari again? These shorts, love them. And hey, Pythor is here too. That's the only thing I can say is exciting about this short. Yeah, there's some action, but I wouldn't say it's anything special. These were made to promote the Ninjago Legacy line of sets, so they give spotlight to a bunch of older things. This leaves the shorts feeling a little bit hollow, but it's still kind of entertaining to watch. C tier. Nia explains to Jay how she would improve her original Samurai X armor if she did it today, which gives the short a new concept other than just remembering an old thing. This also pokes fun at how the legacy sets looked much different from the original ones. Also, instead of the Venomari causing chaos, it's some skeletons. Finally, something different. B tier.
Jump up, kick back, whip around as
This one is really fun. It's a training session with Master Wu and all the ninja. I realize now that we never really got an episode like this because every season was so story focused that we almost never got a fun episode of Wu teaching, even though he's their teacher. Nothing much else to say honestly, just a good solid short, A tier.
101!
Six Virtues is another bunch of shorts that I'll be talking about as if they're one big thing. Wu is taken by a dragon, so the ninja have to save him. They follow it through different locations from seasons 11 to 15, and there's a lot of cool moments, like Kai catching a fireball and throwing it back. This is also Andrew Francis's debut as Cole since Kirby Morrow's passing. He does an excellent job, and I love his voice. Because this was made in the newer era of Ninjago, it has crisp animation. Obviously, returning to these places with past foes that have already been defeated raises some questions. Like, how is Zane and the Ice Emperor two different people? This all turns out to be a giant lesson by Wu to teach the ninja the 6 virtues. Curiosity, balance, wisdom, honesty, generosity, and courage. We even see Wu use his elemental powers. We've never seen Wu use these before, and he created all of this? This was really great, and I highly recommend it if you want to see more Ninjago content. S tier. Holy shit, look at this animation! Why are they going so hard? This seems to be a story of a ninja trying to defeat an evil dragon, but it takes a turn as it's revealed that the dragon is actually protecting statues of the 6 ninja, and this guy is the bad guy. The narration is clever as it takes on new meaning by the end. It's well animated, has an excellent art style, and a story that has the tiniest bit of depth. S tier.
I knew I could do it.
I made a flying car!
Hey, I was the one who did that!
Another interesting visual look. I can't say I like this one very much, but what else happens in the short? Kai and Nia need to bring this idol to Borg while being chased by some shadow monsters. There's a really weird emotional moment, but who really cares? They get a flying car, whoa! I don't really care for this one. C tier.
Beautiful voice. But no.
Oh boy, I don't like the look of this. It's definitely unique, but a little too goofy for me. This gold ninja and dragon do chores, with a narrator instructing them on what to do. What else can I say here? There's a Wilhelm scream. E tier.
We have to secure the other time blades! You may find this impossible with me in the way.
Now this is a banger. We see what happened after Wu sent Kai and Nia back to the present at the end of season 7. The reversal blade causes Wu, Crux, and Achronix to be sent back through different moments in the show, while Wu slowly gets younger. We see Kai saving Lloyd, Lloyd getting his golden power, and many, many more. Wu eventually breaks the Iron Doom and is turned into a baby. This is what a short should be. Add to the lore of the show, connect dots we never got to see. These shorts were made in 2021, so it's great that they got Crux and Achronix's voice actors back after 4 years. S tier.
Hey, Zane, one more for the fans.
Okay, I do like the black outlines of the characters. Clutch Powers creates a movie, and he still has Nodocon's teapot from the start of Prime Empire. It even activates when he wishes for everyone to come see his movie. That's so cool. I love how the teapot is always in the background and is used as an Easter egg. Zane and Jay attend the premiere, but they have to leave and stop a thief called Reflectra, who can reflect things. It's odd for them to create a new character for the shorts. Jay and Zane start to sing and dance, which is really fun. They defeat her. Pretty solid, I can't lie. B tier. Our next short are Chen mini movies, and when I say mini, I mean it. Each one's about 30 seconds long, so I'll speed through these. Episode 1, D tier. Episode 2, C tier. Episode 3, F tier. Episode 4, F tier. Episode 5, D tier.
Now Dogshank was someone you had to look up to. Literally.
Backstory for the crew of Misfortune's Keep? I think so. This one's about Dogshank. She wanted to win in sports so bad, but she never could. So she made a wish with Nodicon to be the best, and she was. Pretty good, honestly. B tier.
And I want the monkey gone.
Monkey Wrench was just a guy who wanted to be the best mechanic, so Nodicon combined him with a monkey and recruited him. Pretty simple story, but we already got kind of a hint to Monkey Wrench's backstory in Skybound, so this isn't really new. C tier.
Bold and adventurous before he could even walk.
I wish we got some clarification on what tribe Clancy belonged to. His mother seemed to be a hypnobride, but we don't know what his father was, so I guess we'll never know. I like how Clancy wasn't really approached by Noticon, he just kind of stumbled upon the pirate ship. Also, all these shorts kind of mess with the timeline of Ninjago. Noticon's gang was set in the show to be from decades ago, but Lloyd's old boarding school was built then? I don't know about that. D tier.
Oh, hello, good sir. Can you guide me to the nearest exit to ground level? Of course.
Doubloon was a thief who never really shut up, so when he was caught stealing from Noticon, he silenced the two-faced criminal by giving him two faces, and joined the crew. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't dive more into him learning Spinjitzu. I think that would have been way cooler. C tier.
Your wish is yours to keep.
Welcome!
Flintlock is my favourite member of the crew, and seeing Noticon fucking with him is so in character for him. Flintlock was already a pirate and got recruited by Noticon. There isn't much else to say. C tier. The last short, and it's meh. These two can't do anything right, and after many failed jobs, found themselves on the Misfortune's Keep. That's it. F tier. And that's all the shorts. Do you agree with my list? I hope so, because I care very much about your opinions.